Here we have Kari Ikonen that has kindly to uh, participate in my interview. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
And I know him as a art director of OULU Music Festival. How did you get in this position? Can you tell me briefly?
Uh, they asked if I'm interested,
Yeah,
and
that's a good
I
start.
said yes. I have never done that actually before, except some little concerts I've been planning. But yeah, it's very interesting to be on that other side. I have seen the festival work in many places during the last few decades, but always from the musician's point of view. So now it's interesting to see from the inside how it works, and now it's a little bit easier also to understand the other artistic directors
Yeah, yeah.
why they don't always book me even if they like my
Yeah.
project. And
And maybe the money side also
the
is
money side, yeah,
more
and
clear.
yeah, and in general the planning, how to fit all these parts together so that all the parameters are right. And yeah, there are many interesting groups and artists that I would like to book, but I have to think in a few years time span so that I can fit at least most of those, because for 1 year it's not possible.
I can only talk for myself, but I have been very delighted to hear Middle Eastern and, as we call it nowadays, microtonal music. Maybe it's a bad term. We can discuss it in the end of the
Yeah,
interview. But let's start from the beginning. How did you get involved with music? How did you start as a child or maybe a teenager?
I started very young, playing the piano, the classical piano with Suzuki method, just learned by ear without reading. And I did it for some years. Then I quit. I did some other things and then started again, still classical. And then it wasn't really my thing. I quit again, and then I started to play with my brother's rock band and some other rock bands. And finally, little by little, I got interested in jazz. Started with like fusion things, Weather Report, Chick Corea, things like that. My brother had some albums that I listened to, and then yeah, then little by little, I got into jazz, and I started studying that at the Jyväskylä Music Institute with a fantastic teacher, Matti Laukkanen, who didn't teach almost at all. He just gave me some music, some C cassettes, and say that listen to this piano solo here, and learn to play it and write it down. And then that was quite new for me and very challenging, but
I bet.
but that's the best way to learn music, directly from the music itself, without any detours,
Yeah, and I
books
think
or
this.
teachers' opinions or that kind of things. It's when you learn it directly from the music, it's that's the best way.
Yeah, and I think that is very faithful to the tradition of jazz that they usually only learn it by ear.
Yes.
Uh, Actually, my last short video was about Jaco Pastorius, so I
Yeah.
have listened also my weather report.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you have started and quitted with the piano. What do you think now is great about the piano, and what is not so great about the piano? Because all the instruments have their good sides and their bad sides, pros and
Mhm.
cons.
Yeah. Well, as I always want to find new things, always search for inspiration from other music cultures and other art forms and nature, and I try to change my way of playing and composing constantly, so that it keeps fresh and interesting for me and for the audience. And that's how I got into Arabic and Middle Eastern music and microtonality as well. Yeah, earlier, one minus in piano was that I wasn't able to produce microtones, but
Yeah.
now that problem has been solved. Well, I love the piano. It's fantastic. I get so much colors and so much different sounds, and of course for the harmonies, it's fantastic. Well, I also sometimes I miss that I cannot make like crescendos on one single note, but I can do that with my Moog synthesizer. I play that a lot. I bought my Moog Rogue in 1988, so it's I have had some time to learn to play it and learn to find some nice sounds, and with that I can play those things that I'm not able to do on piano. So
yeah, those arpeggios are great.
yeah.
And if I would have a chance to say to young Jussi to pick between a guitar and a piano, I would pick piano today. But
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm stick with guitar.
Yeah.
But they make microtonal guitars and nowadays, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yes. It's I think maybe the biggest difference between piano and guitar. Well, of course, there's a lot of differences, but maybe the most essential thing is that when you play guitar, you mostly or almost always play your own instrument in concerts. But if you're a pianist, you never play your own instrument in concert.
That's true. That's true.
And every piano is different, and sometimes there's a piano that is not good,
Yeah.
or it's difficult, or it's so different from your own piano that it takes time to get used to it. It's not always a bad thing, actually. I sometimes even if there's a in some venue there's an old grand piano that is at first feels that it's impossible to play. It's so weird and so difficult and so in bad condition, but if it's well tuned, it's still possible to find some very characteristic things, like some of these old pianos. You have to somehow respect them. They are old and they have had a long life, and you cannot just judge them by the age and by some things that might be missing. There might be something extremely beautiful when you play it, and when you get a little bit used to it, and you might find some colors and some things that you don't find in a regular Steinway D. So it's interesting to play different instruments in every concert.
Yeah, that's a good aspect that I haven't thought about so much, because I carry my own guitar to the gig place, and I have heard that some pianists took their own instrument in a tour, but it was a hassle and a lot of expenses.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to your recordings. And you have so many. I browsed through your website. but can you tell a few what was a like a fun recording or memorable recording, or what is your like kind of favorite of your very long repertoire?
Oh, that's a difficult question. They are all my favorites.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little bit like if you ask a father who's your favorite child.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
a
question.
it's a it's a difficult
Sibelius
question.
always told that he had three daughters and then five symphonies, or how was it?
Yeah,
I get confused with the numbers.
yeah. um,
What is the most
I don't know.
prominent now in your mind? Like, if you can name several, you don't have to name only a few.
Yeah. Well, of course, the newest one is always the most prominent, but uh, well, of course, the very first one that I did on my own name, Kari album, because it was the first one, and I put so much effort in it, and I was so happy about the result, and I'm still happy about it. Um,
You are able to listen to it still.
uh, that's very important for me. But also maybe the solo piano album that I did in 2020, uh, impressions, improvisations, and compositions. That's something where I found a lot of new possibilities from the piano, and that's the first recording that where I used this Maqiano microtuning system that I invented just 2 years before the recording. No, 1 year before the recording. No, less, half a year before the recording. So it was really new for me. I was still discovering the possibilities. Maybe that's also interesting because that was kind of a starting point for me as a solo pianist, to develop it further. And now I'm thinking and planning about a new solo piano album that I will make in the near future. I cannot tell exactly yet, but I'm working on it, and kind of
Great.
taking the possibilities of the piano even further. And yeah, playing solo, it's very different. I have always been a band musician. I enjoy playing with people. I enjoy hanging with people, touring with people, and like the communication musically on stage is something that I really miss when I play solo. And I didn't like playing solo until maybe like 8 years ago. I had some concerts that I prepared for a bit more, and I started to find some joy playing alone as well. And when I did, the more I did it, the more I began to like it. I still love playing with other musicians, fantastic musicians. It's yeah, it's still probably the greatest thing for me. But yeah, I I have learned to love playing solo as well, and it's there are other advantages that I don't find in band playing, like the total freedom to do whatever, and I don't have to worry about the other musicians to find their way to my track.
Maybe play rubato so slowly that it's impossible with the band or something like that.
Yeah, things like that, like changing direction. I'm going this way, and suddenly I decide to go that way. And if I do that with the band, it's always takes a little while before they find the new direction, the new path that I'm going. Of course, that depends on the musicians and depends on the size of a band. Like if I play duo with a musician like Claudio Puntin, for example, he's a fantastic clarinet player, lives in Berlin. It feels almost like the solo. Like whatever we do, we find ourselves in the same track in milliseconds. So that also depends on the. But if it's a quartet or quintet, it's very different.
Of course. So now we come to the Microtonal stuff, and how did you game involved or got interested in Maqaam music, or maybe even other kind of Microtonal music that I don't even know? What was the spark that ignited the passion?
Well, as I said earlier, I've always wanted to find new things for me, and when of course I had heard some Arabic music, some Turkish music even before, but in 2005 or 6 or 7, I can't remember exactly which year it was, but I was invited to participate in a festival. It was a special project in Budapest that they invited European jazz musicians and musicians around the Mediterranean Sea to play together. We like formed groups of different very different kind of musicians, and we rehearsed for a few days, maybe almost for a week, and then we played 3 concerts in Hungary and Serbia and Poland. And there I heard so many really great musicians from Tunisia, from Palestine, from Turkey, from Lebanon, Egypt, who played music based on their tradition, but also mixed that with other musicians in those ensembles, and somehow heard so much this Middle Eastern music, but also realized that there are possibilities to combine those things with jazz and with other music forms. And then after that festival period, I started to listen a lot of Arabic music and Turkish and Persian music.
Give some example. What was like a great some of your favorites?
There are so many. Maybe one of the first ones was a cassette by Fairuz, singer from Lebanon. I don't find that cassette anymore. It's lost. I don't know where did I get it from, and I don't know where it is now. I'm really missing it, and it's impossible to find. But and of course, Kulthum and all these great singers and their ensembles, and there's so much things. So like each country has their there's their own traditional music and their own contemporary music, and it's
and their
an
own
endless
take on
source.
Maqams and the instrumentation of it.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Even different maqams are played differently in different countries. Like
that's I
for
have heard
example,
that they adjust the microtone.
Yeah. If I tune my for example the third in Maqam Rust, if I tune it in a certain way that is perfect for some Jordanian music, and then I play with a Turkish musician, and it's completely wrong. The tuning level is totally different. It's a tiny difference, but it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So
I know my guitar is totally wrong. It has quarter notes, and the Balama has like two thirds and one third. Like it's a smaller difference actually than.
Yeah.
But that's the best I can
quarter,
do.
Yeah, exactly. Quarter tone is usually a little bit wrong. But on the other hand, for example, qanun as an instrument, it uses quarter tones, and it's
okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's at least that's what I think. You cannot really adjust more exactly than what you get when you turn this lever.
Yeah. I have seen it in Santur.
Yeah, it's the same. But on the other hand, I think that instruments like guitar and piano and qanun and santur, when there's a sharp attack, and after that the sound gets softer.
Yeah,
it's the tuning level. It has to be exact, but if it's not that exact, it's not that serious actually.
Yeah.
When you compare it to ney or violin that produces a long continuous sound, then if it's a long note that is ringing on the same level for a longer time, of course it's more essential that the
pitch is right.
The tuning level, the tuning level, it's is exactly the same as with other musicians. If there's if there's a short note played by qanun or piano or guitar, it's not that disturbing if the tuning level is tiny bit different.
Great. We can go onwards to you playing Bayati in YouTube. Is Bayati your favorite Maqam, or did you just take it because it's recognizable or easy to produce? What is your favorite Maqam? I think mine is Rust. Because the third is so wonderful.
Yeah. I like Rust too. Bayati, that's the first one. That's where I started from, because it's easy to hear, and it's so common.
Yes, it's common.
I still love Bayati. It's and yeah, I don't know what is my favorite. I also love Saba. It's beautiful and a little bit strange in a nice way, and also because it keeps changing when you go up. It's very special. Also, I like Sika. It's it took some time to learn to like it or learn to understand it, because it's a Maqam where the root is a microtone.
Yeah.
And
That's
everything
the
else,
hardest
yeah, that's
to a Western ear. I mean,
yeah. But it can be really beautiful.
yeah, I feel it like it's like an adventure that you find something new and
Yes,
your ear gets used to it in a
exactly.
long period of time.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I think this Maqaam system, it's great, and it's so beautiful that there's so much beautiful music in those music cultures, and it's a perfect example how microtones can sound beautiful and not out of tune at all.
Yeah, they
Because there's
didn't
a lot
want to
of,
make
yeah,
ugly music. They wanted to make more beautiful music. Then,
exactly. And
and
there's so much microtonal music today that sounds just weird and ugly and out of tune.
I totally know what you're saying. I hear you,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah. And with this
Uh,
Maqaam system, it's like a safety net. When you keep there, you can be sure that it sounds fantastic. And
yeah, and it even has a physical explanation from the overtones that
yes,
the Maqams are hitting the overtones actually better than the
yes,
Western system.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to add. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
add one thing
sh- sure.
that for me, as I told you, I always want to continue further and want to find things that are new and inspiring and interesting for me and for my audience. I think the Maqaam system for me, it's like it's on the way to somewhere else, and now I'm constantly searching for other possibilities to play microtonal music, to find microtonal possibilities that sound beautiful to my ear and sound interesting, and it's an endless source of inspiration. It's you have to be very careful what what to write, how to tune, and but it's possible to find so much interesting things outside or beyond the Maqaam system. So that's where I'm heading to. But still, when I'm insecure, I come back a little bit and and stay in
Yeah.
some
I,
Maqaam.
I know the Indian or Balinese system is
Yes.
even more out there. Like
Yeah.
woo.
Yeah.
But maybe we can talk about them in some other time. Uh, you have at least three bands that you are playing with your Maqiano. This Quarter al Cantara Orchestra Nazionale della Luna, something about the moon, and
Yeah.
Visha Mali.
Yes.
Uh, am I right? These are your microtonal bands.
Yes. Yes. I also play some solo where I use the Maqiano, and I have a duo with Melissa Yildirim, a Kamancha player from Turkey,
Okay.
and yeah, I have a duo with the saxophone player Fabrizio Casol in Belgium. He plays microtones with saxophone, and he's really
Whoa.
serious about that.
I didn't know that it would be even able to play microtones because flutes, I know they are able to produce microtones, but
Yeah,
saxophone, I didn't even know.
yeah. For saxophone, you can do it. You need special fingerings and also embouchure. Um, but there are some notes that you cannot find with fingerings. But Fabrizio, he has like a specially tailored saxophone with one extra key that he can use to fill those gaps. Uh, yeah, but But yeah, like for regular bands, it's the Orquestra Nacional de la Luna and Quartet Alcántara and Wishamali, where I use the Maqiano. In Wishamali, I use it in almost every song.
Yeah, and there was a really admiring review that you almost created a new style of music with this Wishamali.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I have to get to know those. So much music to hear. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
We have talked so much about the microtones, but not about the technique, how you're producing them, and you have been kind to install these in your actual own piano now. And can you show the
yes,
under the hood of the piano?
Can you see?
Yeah, we can see. Thanks. Yeah, and those are the
Maqiano units. It's installed on this choir of strings, and the idea is a little bit like the capo in guitar. It makes the vibrating part, so-called speaking length of the string, shorter.
Yeah.
So when usually the string begins from this agraff, when I install this Maqiano, it's about 1 centimeter that way from the agraff. So, and it stops the vibration there. It's a heavy metal piece that is tightened, attached in the string, and it stops the vibration there. So the string gets like 1 centimeter shorter, or I can freely adjust how much shorter it gets. And then, of course, the tuning goes up.
Yes. I thought it would be only for grand piano, but when I browsed to your website or Maqiano website, actually Maqiano.com with a Q, I found out that also with the upright piano, you can install it with the like extra strap part.
Yeah. Of course, in a grand piano, the gravity helps.
Yeah.
It's easy to install, but I can show you. I take this one piece of Maqiano out. So that's the gap. I put this on the strings so that this tip is touching all the strings simultaneously, and this L-shaped stick is going under the choir of strings. Then I turn it like this, and then I tighten with this lever so that the strings get compressed in between the tip and the L-shaped stick.
Now that you're showing it, it's amazing that nobody has come up with this earlier, but the best inventions are usually so easy that everybody was like, why haven't nobody done this before?
It's super simple. It took billions of hours to make it really work.
Yeah, the adjusting, yes, of course,
and to be safe for the instrument. And but now it works. But this thing here is a wedge with strong magnets, and now when I put it in upright piano, there's this pressure bar above the strings. It's a metal bar with a level surface. When I turn this wedge like this, it touches the pressure bar. I can adjust this distance here, and now let's imagine the strings there and the pressure bar there. This sticks with a strong magnet. It sticks to the pressure bar so firmly that together with the magnet and with this
lever or something
level here, it stays there even if the gravity wants to wants to drop it, but it stays there easily.
Okay. And this is the 2025 edition,
Yes, yes, this is the new one. The earlier one, I don't have an example.
You don't have to find it, but
it was
this is on the market now.
Yes, yes.
Can you play us a little example? Did you have some Maqaam? It's not a scale, but let's say the Maqaam scale. Prepared.
I have
Hope
now,
we are not overly loud, but let's see.
Yeah, the sound will probably be terrible, but just a short demonstration. I have tuned. I'm working on a new composition, and here I have tuned B flat and E flat about a quarter tone higher. I didn't measure exact. I always just tune it by ear. I never use any meters or any theoretical systems. But now for example, I can play Bayati in D. Or I can do Rast in G. Now I can put it a little bit higher. Or I can do yeah, I only now tuned the two notes in the middle register, so I cannot play lower. I can install one more.
And what surprises me is that it's really quick to put, even in a concert. It doesn't take too long.
No.
To adjust it, so it's very similar to Capo. Yes.
It needs some practice. It's if someone buys a set of Maqiano and starts using it, it takes a little bit time to learn to install it quickly, but it's not difficult. You just need to practice a little, and then now I have it on the low B flat.
Yeah, the Bayati always takes me to nomadic feeling, like the flat third. Is it the double flat third? The second, I mean.
Yes, in Bayati, yes.
Yes.
Now when I do this E half flat. Now it's more like a Sika.
Yeah, the Sika takes time to use to. Oh, thank you very much. I think it's like same with the scales, like a Phrygian is very passionate. Or if you find some emotion you can attach to the scale, then it starts to resonate, and you have some personal and emotional connection to it. In my point of view, that it's this emotion I want to create with this scale or Maqaam.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Only few questions. I don't want to keep you too long.
Mm-hmm.
How about with the Moog or Rhodes? Um, do you have any application for those making microtones, or is it just Western 12th stuff?
Well, with Moog, it's possible.
Is
I've been
it?
doing it
Wow.
for 20 years,
Oh.
but it's not easy because I have to do it with a pitch bender.
Yeah.
So, for example, I adjust the pitch bender or the pitch wheel so that it goes up only half a step, and then it's quite easy to tune like a little bit less than quarter tone or a little bit more than quarter tone, because of the range is only half a step, so I can kind of see where I have to turn it to get the right microtone for Saba or for Rust or for Bayati. But it's not extremely easy to use. So when I play like fast passages with some microtones in the middle, my right hand has to be really fast, and sometimes I tune the wrong notes.
And hit it accurately.
Yeah.
I know I have done it too.
But in slow melodies, it works, and it can be really exact and can be beautiful. And with some practicing, I can play some faster melodies as well. With the Rhodes, not really. Yeah, I haven't even thought about that. Of course, it should be. It would be possible to make the changes, but then the changes would be more or less permanent, because it's quite easy to tune the Rhodes. If I cut a little part from the string, it gets a bit higher. But then there's no undo.
Yeah. Then you would need the 4 different Rhodes, like the
Exactly.
Turkish pianist needs the 4 different pianos.
Yeah.
That's maybe too much. I have seen that in Middle East or even here in Europe, there's some Yamaha models. They are not really high end, but you can adjust the scale with the small buttons. I have a Yamaha PRS i350, and that has it. But again, is the quadratones right in all the Maqams? I don't really know. I'm not the best to say.
Yeah, and it's a digital sound anyway, so it's quite different.
Yeah.
But of course, you can make very good music with digital keyboards as well.
Yeah.
For example, this guy, he lives in Berlin, but he's from Lebanon. Tarek Yamani, check him out. He
I should.
Fantastic music. Really creative, like based in Maqams, but getting further from those. He also plays some microtonal harmonies that sound a little bit strange at the beginning, but then when you get used to it, it's beautiful. And he's using kind of Fender Rhodes sound, but it's digital. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that sound, but the music is so great and inspiring and creative, and so I can live with the digital sound.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. It's a little bit artificial. Maybe then the other instrument should be more artificial to accompany.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's about it. Do you Do you feel like you have something else to mention about this upcoming gigs, or something else you want to say?
Not really. The next gig with Wishamali, it's at Flow Festival in Helsinki in 3 weeks, and we perform some new music there. I'm just working on a composition. It's almost ready, but I think we will give it a premiere at Flow Festival. And we
so
have
I must upload this video now, so someone can catch you up there.
Yes. Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah, good.
But thank you, Kari, so much for the interview. I felt like we could go on and on, but this is already too long for many people to see. But that's the way the life goes. And
yes.
And let's keep in touch. I have, for example, a mega piano video where they have changed the overtones of the piano somehow, and it's a 10-tet piano. I don't even understand, but let's try to figure it out together or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you very much again, and take care and have a good show and at the Flow.
Thank you.
See you.
See you. Bye bye.